covered are what are quantum dots, what are the method of making quantum dots, working mechanisms of quantum dots, and application of quantum dots. First, moving toward the quantum dot. Quantum dots are nanosized semiconductor crystals which leads to many unique optical and transport properties. Specifically, the term quantum dot refers only to the semiconductor nanocrystal, whereas any other inorganic material of nanosize are called as nanocrystals. These are considered as a central point of nanobiotechnology because currently quantum dots are used for leveling live biological material in vitro and in vivo in animal for research. Some examples of quantum dots are CDAC, PBAC, PBTE, and INP. Their diameters are of 2 to 10 nanometer, and the quantum dots are made up of only up to 100 atoms. Next, this is the basic structure of quantum dot. It has a core semiconductor layer which is made up of cadmium, and it has a second semiconductor layer called as quantum dot shell. It is made up of zinc compounds, and its outer cover is made up of different types of biological materials which is depend upon the biological properties and solubility, which includes peptides, antibodies, oligonucleotides, PEG, etc. Next, how to make a quantum dot. The quantum dots are made up of three main methods, that those are lithography, colloidal synthesis, and epitaxy, which has already been discussed in the approach of nanomaterial synthesis. Now, moving toward the resemblance. Quantum dots are also known as artificial atom, as a single quantum dot has a unique electronic state same as that of the atom. Two or more quantum dots are coupled to form artificial molecules. Also, the electronic wave function of quantum dots also resembles the real atom. Next, the working mechanism of quantum dot. Working mechanism is that when a quantum dot is illuminated in UV light of 400 to 800 nanometer of range, then the electron from the ground state, also called as the valence bond, transit to the excited state, also called as conductance band. Further, again when the electron moves back to their ground state, it releases energy in the form of light. The color intensity of the light depends upon the gap between the ground and the excited state. Why it is so? It will be discussed in the next slide. Next, if we see the discrete energy level, we will find that the energy level depend upon the size and shape of the quantum dot. In the figure, we can see that the smaller the size of the quantum dot, more is the band gap. The larger has a less band gap, and the more smaller has a larger band gap, and thus more energy is released. The color intensity of the smallest quantum dot, if we see this figure, this is the color intensity of the smallest quantum dot, that is of violet, and the largest quantum dot release color of red when it is applicable. Next, moving toward the applications of quantum dot. In the application of quantum dot, it is applied in several fields such as for cell imaging, for bioanalytical analysis, for ex vivo live cell imaging, in vivo animal targeting, and biosensors. Further, these major applications are in medical imaging. In medical imaging, an example, if you see the photo given below, are the human blood red blood cells in which specific membrane protein are targeted and labeled with quantum dots. You can see here the number of purple features which indicate the nuclei of malarial parasite increases as the malaria is developing is progressively. See here, this is a small and it is increasing progressively. Next is for cell imaging. For imaging a cell, we also use purple dot. Here we can see a green fluorescent color of quantum dot within a cell membrane. Next is a cancer cell imaging. The quantum dots can be put into the single cell or lot of cells in the tissue of a living organism. In future, it has been planned that to attach a specific antibody to the quantum dot, when injected in a body, the quantum dot will find and bind to the cancer cell and illuminate them when they fluoresce. We can apply this also in coronavirus identifications also. Next, the targeted drug delivery. It is helpful in delivering the drug to a specific target or specific tissue where we can see the images of changing in the character of that cell or tissue after applying the drug. Thank you for the today's